Some say there's a war brewing against conservative media, while others argue it's just another example of Democrats trying to censor viewpoints or political speech they don't like or agree with. On Wednesday, the Democrat-led House Energy and Commerce Committee held a virtual hearing on, quote, disinformation and extremism in the media.
When truth becomes a commodity to be traded upon for profit, and facts and consequences don't matter to those who report them, our democracy is undermined.
Before the hearing, Democrat Representatives Jerry McNerney and Anna Eshoo of California wrote letters to TV providers, including Comcast, AT&T, Cox, and Verizon, demanding to know how they plan to stop what they called the spread of dangerous misinformation from right-leaning news outlets like Newsmax, One America News Network, and Fox News.
Let me put it bluntly. Misinformation is killing Americans and damaging our democracy.
Democrats accuse the outlets of being a destabilizing threat to the country and functioning as rumor mills and conspiracy theory hotbeds with their coverage of the presidential election and the global pandemic. Republicans on the committee pushed back, calling the hearing an attack on the First Amendment.
Elected officials using their platform to pressure private companies to censor media outlets they disagree with? That sounds like actions from the Chinese Communist Party, not duly elected representatives of the United States Congress.
In their letter, Eshoo and McNerney asked the TV providers to give their moral reasoning for allowing tens of millions to watch Fox News and other networks. They also asked if they'll continue hosting them, and if so, why? Jonathan Turley, professor at George Washington University Law School, was among those called to testify.
From the perspectives of free speech and the free press, the letter is not just chilling, it's positively glacial.
Dr. Frank Wright of D. James Kennedy Ministries knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of censorship. Earlier this month, the ministry's weekly Christian program was forced off Lifetime TV after it aired, among other things, a pro-life special.
The ultimatum we received was basically, your programming going forward must have all non-controversial topics in order to continue to air on our network. You know, if you're a biblical Christian these days, there's not much in the culture that's not considered controversial.
And the censorship is happening online as well with big tech companies. This past Sunday, Dr. Ryan Anderson's book, which challenges progressive ideas about gender, was pulled from Amazon's cyber shelves.
We're going to have to think through how we as conservatives approach both the governmental side and the big business side, because both of them seem to be hostile to people with traditional American values.
The House Energy and Commerce Committee will hear next month from the CEOs of Twitter, Facebook, and Google. George Thomas, CBN News.